So we are finishing this week's special series on maternal mental health with my favorite little to-do, because it's something that will give you a mindful boost while you're doing it, and it will take you through well beyond just this one day, because it can be used at any moment when you need a little pick-me-up. So today I want you to create a feel-good jar. This is a jar full of positive thoughts, gratitude, and affirmations about yourself. So what is it all about? Gratitude and positive self-talk are simple but not easy ways to boost your confidence, improve resilience, and increase your self-worth and self-belief. It's not easy because our default is to view ourselves and the world around us negatively. The average person has something like 70,000 thoughts a day, and 90% of them tend to be negative phrases and thoughts that we repeat over and over again. And this constant repetition creates a very negative frame of mind, and negative thoughts increase stress levels. However, the power of positive statements is that when they are repeated, they can change our neuro pathways from the negative default towards positive. Our brains can literally rewire. It's incredible. Our brains are so powerful, but it tends towards being efficient, which means that when neural pathways are used often, they will keep them. But neural pathways are neglected or forgotten about are pruned away, tidied up, or stored away. Which is why the more negative thoughts we have, the more they go on repeating in our head. But when we switch towards positivity, we help our brains rewire towards positivity and, with time, prune away negative thought patterns. Look, I know it sounds a bit woo-woo and a bit new agey, but there's a lot of evidence behind it, and it's a well-used method to achieve success in the sports and corporate world. And it's by no means instant. In fact, it takes time and a lot of repetition. These positive thoughts need to loop on repeat, just like the negative ones are right now, and you need to replace them with positive ones to make you feel good about yourself. And that's why it's not easy. So doing positive affirmations just once in a while, if you just do it today, it's about as effective as doing workouts just once today and never again. It will make you feel good in the moment, maybe, but it won't achieve the long-term success that you're looking for. So what you can do today is write out 10 things you're grateful for, 10 things you like about yourself, and 10 positive affirmations to improve your confidence. You can do this in your own journals, or if you have signed up to receive the worksheets, there's space to write them for yourself alongside some examples to get you started. So if you haven't signed up for that worksheet, you can do that on my website, tashadecruz.com/rediscover. So briefly going through one by one. Gratitude practices have been shown to improve physical and psychological health, improve sleep, and improve self-esteem and mental resilience. When you make a regular practice to notice the small things that make life good, your brain starts looking out for even more positive things in life. You start noticing more and more tiny moments that feel good. And in turn, that makes you feel more confident and encouraged. And ultimately, that life is worth living. It's the ultimate way of rediscovering you. And then the 10 things that you like about yourself. I talked about body positivity a few days ago. And this is one of the places that we can be so harsh on ourselves. And the more we think about ourselves in a negative way, the more we focus on it. But I know there are things you like about yourself. It could be your eyes, your hands. It could be how organized you are, your skills in the kitchen, your generosity. If you're not sure or can't think of any, it's really hard, I know. Text 3 friends and ask them to describe you in 3 words. I bet they will come up with some really incredible things about you. And hopefully you can then take that as something to appreciate about yourself. And then finally, positive affirmations. So if you've signed up to the worksheets, I have given you some examples in the workbook as a starting point, but you can write them yourself. So start with something you feel unconfident about or is challenging. So for example, I feel guilty when I relax. And then you want to flip it to the positive. It needs to be completely positive. In other words, it doesn't have the word not or don't in it. You need to use the first person, I am, It needs to be in the present tense. In other words, it is happening now. And it needs to be not too far from reality. You need to be able to believe it. So in this case, it could be, I am worthy of time out, or I deserve to relax. And if you can't think of anything immediately, you can always default to, I am enough, I am worthy, I am a good person, because I know you are. And then once you have your 10 things of each category, find a big jar, and then on a lollipop stick or on small pieces of card, write out 10 things you're grateful for, the 10 things you like about yourself, the 10 positive affirmations to boost your confidence, and then put them in the jar. However, creating that feel-good jar is step 1. Step 2 is working out how to use it on a regular basis. We want to look at linking it to a habit that you already do, or making it really easy and visible. So for example, you could keep the jar in your bathroom and make it a habit to pick out a few while you brush your teeth. You could pick 7 out on a Sunday and write them up in your bathroom where you can read them while having a shower. Or keep the jar by the kettle to read while you wait for it to boil for your cup of tea. Or write them up on the splashback using a whiteboard marker to read while you're cooking. Or record yourself reading them out and listen to them while getting dressed. So there is a lot that you can do to make yourself feel good about yourself, but it needs to be on repeat and you need to remember to do it. So that's the end of my special series on rediscovering you for Maternal Mental Health Awareness Week. I hope you have found it supportive and nourishing. I have loved recording this series. It's exactly the sort of thing I love talking about with the mums I work with, and so sharing it wider makes my heart sing. So I am looking forward to a whole new series on this podcast. It starts this coming Wednesday. Lots of lovely new guests, lots of topics to talk about as always. So stick around for more from me on raising healthy mothers. Bye for now.